It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one under the lights on Monday night.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. DJ Dallas now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playing.
Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Picked off Brandon Jones. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Dallas with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. It's Connor again. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brandon Jones up for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 now. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Finds his back complete. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Second down now, 7 to go. Connor trying the right side. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And they make the stop. We're gonna say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Connor. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Gets this one to Harrison. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Badgley able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL. The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Now Nix. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, ball at the 36. Nix off the play action. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Nix from the gun. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. They'll throw again. Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Here we go with Dobbins. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Dobbins will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. It's a design boot. Forced out to his right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Look at this, another option play to the left. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So on fourth down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down. They toss to Dobbins, running left. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 18. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Dortch now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Right back to Connor. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. It's the Cardinals looking at 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Murray here on 1st down. He's got him. That's McBride. And they bring him down around the 34.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
McBride hauls it in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Murray from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. Badgley able to knock it through. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos taking the field for the final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
One last play before the break. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in Denver. The hometown fans, yeah, they're feeling good. Their Broncos have the lead. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Broncos got a strong first half from their signal caller, Bo Nix. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Marvin Mims now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Play action with Nix. Finds Mims. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Nix with it on first. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Got to figure out this third down here. Here's Nix. That finds Vele, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, there's such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Murray escapes the pocket, steps up, and he's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one, and it'll be first down, Arizona.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Connor on the option. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Kyler to throw. This will be caught by Connor. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's complete to Vele. And he's tackled for a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running it again with Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run it from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. On the move, past the 40. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
From the 28. Brought in by Vele. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 3 now. Nix from the gun. It's a Denver touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Dortch now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They snap it to Murray. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
1st and 10, Murray. Throw right side, and McBride has it. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Connor here from the gun. On the move into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a James Conner touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. Not a tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle, well, it can mean a touchdown.
He's throwing for it! And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That's complete to Dobbins. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw again. Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Nix made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, so it'll be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Cardinals and running back James Conner headed back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. He'll get this one to Conner. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Murray here on 1st down. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offense up to the line fast. Back to the air, Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Offense in the hurry up here. Murray to throw here on 3rd. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Taken in by Harrison. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Now with almost 2 minutes left, they're lining up for an onside attempt they need to recover. We're waiting for that signal, waiting for it. Oh, they've got it! The Cardinals recovered! Here he is to throw! He's got Harrison. And he's gonna get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals cut it to a point late in this one. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's one thing as a running back to move those chains on the ground. Well, that's what you get paid for. You want to get paid a little bit more? Move those chains as a receiver, as he just did.
Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Setting up to pass. That finds Vele, complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Dobbins gets it off the option. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Dobbins. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Dortch now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. 1st and 10, Murray. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Trying to find Trey McBride. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And he comes up with it. He went and got a touchdown. And now they can I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime, or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. From the jaws of defeat, they snatched this game away, and now we're off in overtime to decide it. Dortch now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner, and we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First throw of overtime now. Has the connection to Jones. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on first down.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That's complete, here's Connor. And they bring him down around the 34.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. Jones reels it in. It's inside the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. Scores, touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals break the tie and go up by 6. It's a James Conner touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos offense all set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Mix off the play action. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So second down coming up.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Still going inside the 35. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it down to a single point. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos tie this game up. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Dallas with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Connor on the inside give. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Broncos bringing out an extra DB, 3rd down coming up. Throwing here, Murray. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this needs to be a good one. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first down, Nix. Has it downfield working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Nix with it on first. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for second down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on third down. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. From 37 yards in the right hash. The kick is good, he got it! And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.